The season Real Madrid built a super team, but it was Barcelona who stole the show. Guys, this season has been incredible and it's not over yet. Still 2 games in La Liga yet to play, and Barcelona just crowned themselves La Liga champions. They won their away game against Espanyol. It was a derby. They sealed the La Liga title with a 2-0 win. That's cold. A lot of things happened. Real Madrid, drama, injuries. Barcelona, drama. They won games, they lost games, they played Champions League, they won titles, a new coach, a new generation, the next gen. It was a year of rebuild mode, and basically no one expected what happened this year. They brought back joy, and I'm gonna tell you how it happened. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I'm not a Barcelona fan. But Barcelona fans, congratulations. Let's dive into it. This wasn't supposed to be their year. It was a year of rebuild mode. And what I'm trying to say about rebuild mode, the thing is, the Barcelona you're seeing right now, how I'm going to admit I enjoyed watching Barcelona this year. In the Champions League, in La Liga, they took risks, the way they play, Hansi Flick, his strategy, his tactics, everything. The players, I enjoyed watching them. But the thing is, they came. I've seen Barcelona play in the past. I've seen them buy players or signing free agents or signing players who just weren't good enough for Barcelona. Not the way I've seen MSN. I've seen Messi, Suarez, Neymar, and the era after that was. I'm not a Barcelona fan, but for Barcelona fans, it was painful to watch. It was painful to watch, and I'm a football fan first. So also for me, I'm not even a Barcelona fan, but. Well, I said it 3 times, so this was the last time I said it. But as a football fan, even for me, it hurt watching Barcelona's downfall. That's the way I'm gonna call it, to watch Barcelona's downfall. So then Hansi Flick came, and they were in a crisis. They couldn't sign players, and they had some players in the past that weren't good enough to play for Barcelona, not the level they were looking for. And then Hansi Flick came, and I didn't know what to expect from him. And the thing is, it's also because of Real Madrid. Real Madrid played a big part of the expectations from Barcelona because Real Madrid built a super team. They got Vinicius Jr., they got Kylian Mbappé, they got Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, Valverde. They have a lot of good players. So people expected Real Madrid to dominate not only La Liga, not only Spain, but Europe. That's what people expected. And Barcelona on the other side, like I said, they were in rebuild mode. New coach, new system. They didn't know what to expect. Football fans didn't know what to expect. And I can remember the first 12 games. Barcelona won 11 out of 12, which was insane. And everyone was surprised, even myself. And Barcelona and Real Madrid, on the other hand, they were struggling. They suffered a lot of injuries the whole season, basically, but that's no excuse, because they were struggling in terms of the system, the tactics, the players, the vibes, everything. But Barcelona, they were consistent and they were building something special because, like I said, it was a new coach, Hansi Flick, and he's a German coach who is experienced. He knows how to press, but he's experienced in terms of he has won the Champions League once before. So he gave talents from Barcelona the chance to show themselves, and Barcelona is known for it because La Masia, they don't need to, like, the thing that's great about Barcelona is, and I'm admitting this, the thing that's great about Barcelona is, although they were in a crisis, they've done some weird things by signing players and the registration issues, but one thing, you don't need to invest that much of money, or buy players if you basically have them in your own youth academy. And La Masia is known for it. So they have a lot of young players, and still young players equals lack of experience. And Hansi Flick, he managed it quite well. We've seen it throughout the whole season, and they had a moment where they were performing really bad. They lost a lot of games. I think it was at the end of the year, last year, November, December, and people were doubting Barcelona. And I really thought that, it's going to be another season where Real Madrid is going to win over Barcelona. Barcelona is not going to do it. They gave their lead away. Like I said, they started great, actually. They started great and they gave it all away. But like I said, Real Madrid suffered. They suffered. The vibes were in there. Injuries. Ancelotti is leaving. And Barcelona, they came back. They had a comeback. And their system became better and better. They improved. And the youngsters got more and more confidence, experience. They have done a great job, actually, in the Champions League. It was a new format, but they've done a great job. And there was Lamine Yamal, there was Rafinha, there was Lewandowski. These players I just mentioned, they showed up every single time in big games. Rafinha is having his best season ever, his prime season. And he was on the transfer list last summer. They were talking about Nico Williams after he won the Euros with Spain, together with Lamine Yamal. But Rafinha stayed, and he's having his best season so far, his best season ever, because I don't think he will have a better season than this one ever again. That's impossible, because his goal contributions are insane. He showed up in a lot of important matches. Then there was Lamine Yamal, a good part of... what am I saying, by the way? A good part, he's a gem. He's just 17 years old, but he shows up everything. And it's quite impressive. I'm going to make another video about Lamine Yamal to highlight him because he deserves it. But the thing is, this kid has proven to be not inconsistent. He has proven to be consistent on his age. Being consistent as a player in his prime, 28, 29 years old, is already difficult. It's difficult already, but Lamine Yamal does it at 70 years old, and he's smiling all the time. Also, his goal against Espanyol was insane, was amazing. He showed up in a game where it was 0-0. It was the title-winning game, and he's done it. He scored the goal, and the 2-0 was also his assist. He provided the assist, and he's doing it all season long. It's cold in an away game, in the derby, and they are fun again to watch after a very long time, and they don't fear any opponent. Lamine Yamal has a big mouth, but he performs. He shows how it's done, and he always said, and that's quite brave. He always said, and it is about Real Madrid in particular, but he always said, if we come 1-0, if our opponent come 1-0 up or 2-0 up, no problem. We will make a comeback. And they've done it quite often this season, so he backs his words, he matches his words, and their rivals, Real Madrid, they didn't beat Real Madrid once, twice, but 4 times across 3 different competitions. Copa del Rey, Barca has won it. Supercopa, Barca has won it. La Liga, Barcelona, champions. It's insane. To all Barca fans that are watching this game, but to all football fans, we must admit that Barcelona has been one of the best teams to watch this season. And if not the best. I can only think about PSG in terms of playing beautiful football. Having an experienced coach, having young players, having exciting players to watch, etc. So I was the one that criticized and still criticize Barcelona's defense, but because I think that in the 1v1, the quality compared to the attack and midfield isn't as good. But the way they play is quite insane, because tonight against Espanyol, I saw it. The offside trap, they do it with confidence. And in my opinion, whatever you do it with confidence, because your opponent, you will scare your opponent. And that's something, yes, they can concede goals and they take a lot of risk, but the risk of having a high defensive line also equals being able to press really high. And that's something they do quite often, and the way they score goals is ruthless. People should respect it. Barcelona has been enjoying to watch. Every game they played, of course, they conceded goals, but they were so productive, and we've seen a lot of players rise. Kubarsi, we've seen Pedri, we've seen Lamine Yamal, we've seen Rafinha, we've seen Lewandowski, we've seen Inigo Martinez, who is over 30 years old already, but he's also been solid this season. So this season is not only about trophies, it's about Barcelona's rebirth, because that's something what has happened this season, and what's an actual thing right now. They are fun again, fearless again, and most importantly, champions again. Guys, this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're a Barcelona fan, congrats. It still hurts to see as a Real Madrid fan, but like I said, I'm a football fan first. Barcelona has been enjoyable to watch. Is that a good thing? I'm tired. Sorry. I enjoyed watching Barcelona. Let's put it like that. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. And the Ballon d'Or race to be continued, because Lamine Yamal crazy, Rafinha crazy, but Ousmane Dembele has an advantage. He's about to play the Champions League final. But Barcelona is La Liga champions. They have their domestic treble, which is insane, impressive. Hansi Flick, shout out to him, man. Really, Hansi Flick, shout out to him. Make sure to subscribe if you like this video, and if you want to see more of me. I post every day. Tomorrow's another video. It's the final phase of all the leagues. La Liga champion is Barcelona. Crazy. See you guys later. Love. Bye.